All right, let's go over to some news coming in as well, where a few weeks after gunmen suspected to be Fulani herdsmen attacked the Koban community, Kombun district in Mango local government area of Plateau State, killing 10 persons while an unspecified number of people were injured and property destroyed. Residents are still living in fear. A resident of the area, Nanret Ishaya, said the armed Fulani militia attacked militia's attack on Koban village is still giving them sleepless nights, and they're calling on authorities to come to their aid. 10 people were killed, others injured, as well as property destroyed in that attack. The chairman of Mwangaville Development Association in Kombun District, Dr. Elisha, said the attack has left them in perpetual fear. Let's welcome to speak more on this the Barum youth leader, Solomon Dalyop. Solomon, thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure.
All right. Solomon, what's I mean, this is a very sad one, and our thoughts go out to you and all those who are affected by these attacks. What's the atmosphere in the area as far as the security situation is concerned since the last attack?
Well, there is a great improvement in the security in Mango area, despite the fact that people are, due to the incessant attacks witnessed. However, kudos to the rapid response to every distress situation. He has assured residents on the Plateau and Ton, and then we're seeing him actually working, and also the effort of the U.S. Abdul Salam has also been on ground. But that doesn't mean that they've not been incidents or some yesterday. They had 3 people killed in Bartlert and 1 killed in a village called, and another 2 were killed on a mining site by the suspected Fulani headsmen, and also the killing of 1 Fulani too. There have been some cases of attacks and isolated killings, and also the attack on women of Jolko. Faith firewood, the Fulani attacked them and injured some of them. Thank God that there was no life loss. Can imagine that when there is no life loss, despite injury, we will stay with. People not less than 1 or 2 people or 10 people killed on the spot. But indeed, a record of killing. But there will also been continuation of land grab expansionists on village of John community that were uprooted 3 months back during the time Plateau State was boiling. And of course, we cultivating the dry season farming farmland belonging to the natives that are in the IDPs camps. And we quickly intimated the security agent, directed his Operation 6 commander to rise up to the occasion to ensure that those land grabbers are arrested and brought to book. And we are still waiting. They have visited the place to ensure the arrest or, the dislodgement of the terrorist element from fast area, because that is where this is on the plateau. Of course, despite that, we still appreciate the effort of the security, particularly the Operation Safe Haven, because the Colonel, the General Abdul Salam is a man of his word, is someone that matches his words with action. That is why Plateau is having relative peace. Otherwise, there would have been escalation or incidents of counter attacks, and then widespread of attacks here and there. But of course, he had warned and forewarned the attackers that they should desist from invading villages and communities in as much as he's still trailing some of them. And then here on the plateau, we can also see that over some weeks or months, we have not had the incident of cattle rustling because the GOC engaged some of us to really, embark on awareness campaign for people to know the danger involved in cattle rustling and the consequences that follow. And then, of course, we prevail on the people because cattle rustling is a syndicate. Many Fulanis are involved. Some of the natives are also involved because they form a group where this one will rustle cows and take it to the other. We prevail on that because cattle rustling have always been one of the issues that bring about so many attacks, either on largely on the natives, even when the Fulani are the ones that rustle their cows. They rustle and pass through some of the villages and communities and believe that it is the villagers that have done that to bring, mayhem on the people. And then, of course, we have also witnessed, calmness on issue of protest because sometimes back whenever there are killings, you see women coming out to the streets to register their grievances. But of course, people have come to understand that, supporting the government action, the security, synergizing with them, it brings an end or lows down, incident of attacks to the barest minimum. And that is what we are witnessing in the state. So our plateau, as it is now, there's relative peace. People are moving freely, even though that doesn't take away the fear people have because anything can happen at any given time. In view of the isolated incidences of ambushes, attacks and killings here and there. Okay,
Solomon, thank you so much. We're really grateful that you have been able to join us and give us, the latest as far as security situation in Plateau State is concerned. We apologize for the initial network issues. Grateful you could give us the full picture. Solomon Dalyop is a Barom youth leader who joined us from Plateau State in the central part of Nigeria. Thank you, Solomon.